Part 1 showed you how to make a guitar cabinet shell. Now you need to know how to make a speaker cabinet that's going to last decades. It's got to look good as well, so when your mates come around they look at it and go, I want one of those. I've set the guide on the table saw to 40mm. I want to make a frame around the front of the cab. You'll see it at the end. It will hold the inside bit where the speakers go in place and make the front look a bit beefier. So yeah, I'm going to cut one of these bits up into 40mm strips, ready for it, and also cut 40mm off the inside thing so it makes it the right height. These are the strips that are going to go around the face of the cab on the inside, so I'm just going to cut them to length. This is the bit that's going to go inside the cabinet that has the speakers in it, so I'm just going to cut it to size and give it a bit of a sand up because it's got a load of marks on it, loads of glue. Now I'm going to mark the centre lines on it. So measure equal distance down. You know what centre lines are. Okay, so the overall size of this, right, so you can see it, is 700mm. Each one of the cones has a diameter of 310mm. 2 cones, so that's 620. That leaves me 80mm to play with. So what I was going to do is have 20 of those in the centre and 30 each side. I'm actually probably going to make, so the internal dimensions of this is about 280. If I make the hole 260mm, so 10¼ inches. Because when I do the hole I want to put a sort of a bull nose on it, so a rounded edge. And I don't want that to interfere with the fixings. So I'm going to do a 260mm hole in the centre of each of those. So if I go with those measurements, I can work out where the centres are. I've got a compass. I just have. It's a lot tighter than I thought. Might as well film this, but it won't be very interesting. I'm trying to make a router jig to cut a circle, so I'm going to attach this bit of 9mm plywood to the base of the router, measure a distance from the centre of where the router cuts, drill a hole, and that sort of fits into this circle, the centre of this circle, and hopefully just push it round. Sounds easy. Here's my jig. As you can see, it's extremely impressive. These 2 holes, bolts go through and attach to the router. This hole, I found another bolt and some washers and a nut to go on the end. Let's go through there, drill a hole through the centre of where the speaker cones are going. I'm going to do a test piece in a minute. I really hope this works. And hopefully that'll stop it moving and I'll just do a nice circle and everything's perfect, but we will see. Looks like the router bit's come loose. That's not good. God, that's crooked. Ball nose bit in the router with a little wheel on it so it can run round. Now to saddle properly. This is what it will look like when it's finished, but it doesn't look like that because it's not finished. Just remember I did all those concentric rings so I could mark where the speaker goes. Well, that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to put one on and see what happens. I've now got it completely lined up. There we go. See, that's them lined up exactly in position. What I can do is mark where the fixings go. What I'm using to fix the speakers to the face are these little things. So you drill a 6mm hole, put that in, hammer it into the wood, and then from the other side this bolt goes through the cone, locates into there and tightens up, holds it in place. Nice. So that's the plan. Right, so these are the 40mm strips I made earlier. I'm going to put these in here, and what that's going to do is the bit of timber the speaker's on is going to go on the back face of these, and then there's going to be the 20mm grill screen, and then that grill is set back 20mm, so hopefully it won't get damaged. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to biscuit it and then screw it on the back edge, just so it never moves. The reason I biscuit it, it just helps keep it lined up and it makes a really good joint. So let's do that. What I'm going to do now is countersink some holes around the edge, glue around 2 of the edges and shove that in. Now these bits. It's raining, but I need to get it done, so I've got a camera inside. The lighting isn't as good. So the basic frame put together, what I'm going to do is reinforce the corners and put some strips around. I'm sort of going to have a half closed back, so I've top and bottom bit something for the jack to stick to and give it a bit more stability. And I'm going to do that using sort of 30mm by 30mm battens, 1¼ inch in American. But I don't have any, but I do have this big bit of timber. So I'm going to run that through the table saw, create some batten and whack that all around the edges, and that should be good. I'm going to set the batten here, so the timber's about 20mm thick, so I'm going to set it about 25mm back, so it's slightly recessed. I don't know why I'm doing that, I just kind of want to. So I'm going to bullnose this. I think it will look a bit smarter rather than trying to get it flush. I don't know, I don't have a reason for it, I'm just going to do it. Stop turning me off. The speaker cabinet's really coming together, so check out the next part of the 2x12 cabinet build. Like, subscribe and leave some comments if you need any advice to do with, well, anything really, but mainly building amp cabinets. Yeah, let me know and I'll give you advice on how to build a speaker cabinet.